What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for coming in. Thank you for coming on in. We'll have a quick discussion today about pretty much about what's going on, what we're going to do, and how we're going to do it. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. Throw a hand or say what's up. Let us know you in here.
Drop a line. Make sure you share it out.
Definitely make sure you share. We appreciate you checking us out.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about some real things, some exciting things, a lot of things, current events, different things that's going on in the world. You know, black health, mental health, finances, a lot of different things. You know, so make sure you share this out. Some good information that we're going to be sharing with y'all.
Definitely. We're going to give it about a couple more minutes, let y'all come on in. What's going on? We're going to give y'all a couple minutes, let y'all come on in, and then we're going to get started. It's going to be brief today. Today is not the full show. It's just going to be a small introduction of what you'll be seeing on a consistent basis. As you see in the background, the Black Tape Podcast. Concept came from us just putting our heads together and thinking about things that aren't talked about that should be talked about. When you think about red tape, you think, oh, don't go there. You think, don't step across that threshold or that line. Working in manufacturing, red tape is, safety hazard. Don't touch it. So we switched it around and came with the black tape, which is simply all of the things that they tell us don't touch is what we're going to talk about.
Talk about everything.
So thank y'all for coming on in. We're going to wait. We're going to give it 3 more minutes till 8:05. Be patient with us. We want everybody to get in here so we can give this brief synopsis together.
Make sure y'all share it out. Invite your friends.
Definitely. Follow us on Facebook at The Black Tape Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at The Black Tape Podcast. Follow us on Twitter at The Black Tape Pod. And we're everywhere. And we're trying to get this thing rolling. This is not just going to be a podcast. This is going to be... it could turn into a radio show. We're definitely going to have some people sit on a panel and we're going to talk about some things. So this is not something that we're just going to do for some fun. This is literally opportunity for 2 black men and a lot of black women and a lot of black men that are listening to grow, learn, understand, and take things to the next level, as we should always be.
And if you know anything about either one of us, you know that we about our community. And building together. We always collaborate on different things, work together. So we want to bring that to the forefront of the people and work together with you all. And let's build something great. Even if you want to, jump in on the show, Facebook and Instagram, I believe, got the option where you could tap in. We could have a whole conversation with you, too. If you got something to contribute to the conversation, we definitely want to hear it. So, don't be shy.
Definitely not. Again, you can follow us on Facebook, on Instagram at The Black Tape Podcast. You can follow us on Twitter at The Black Tape Pod. And we are here. We're going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I want to introduce my guy, one of my good friends I've known for a long time. He's known to me as Cube because he looked like Ice Cube. But for those of you who don't know who he is, his name is...
Anthony.
Tell him about yourself, man.
So, I don't even know where to start for real. Educationally, graduated from Central State, then went to Ohio State University, earned my MBA from there, as well as my principal's license. So I'm currently assistant principal in the building here in Ohio. I'm not going to give you specifics in case I don't want you to pull up, but assistant principal in one of those buildings. So I love working with the youth. I love working with our community, just giving back, just doing a lot of different things. You see my clothing line, if you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, Dunamis, which stands for Leader of Man, is actually a loose translation in Latin. So everything that you're going to see me in is either going to be Godfidence, what my man does, or Dunamis, what I have on currently. We got to represent for the culture. So even if you have things that you want us to promote, wear, whatever the case may be, holla at us, get in our inbox.
For those of you who don't know me, there are a lot who do. For those who don't, formerly known as DJ Too Easy from iHeartRadio. You might have listened to the show. You might have listened to the internet radio show out of Lansing, Illinois. We did some great things on that show. You know, shout out to that opportunity. Now we're moving on to bigger and better things. Like I said, formerly known as DJ Too Easy, but you can call me AJ. You know, Ali for the people that know me from Detroit. Army veteran, traveled around the world, did a lot of things, seen a lot of things, lived life, made a lot of mistakes, and learned from them. And as we learn, we grow. And at that point, I saw an opportunity for me to start learning and growing consistently. So I decided to do that, and here we are today. Again, this show is going to be about everything that you see in the background, everything that you've seen us posting and promoting: mental health, black wealth, black interpretation, the black family and the lack thereof, black men, black women, love, sex, a little bit of everything.
And I mean, just kind of piggyback on the things that he says. I mean, we both have very vast experiences. We've had challenges in life. I know for me specifically, you know, just growing up in a household, a divorced household. So we just offer two different types of perspectives on a lot of different situations. So, you know, this podcast is not going to be all serious. You know, we definitely going to have fun on here. So if you know him, you know he's a clown for sure.
Definitely.
You know, so we definitely gonna come up out of our comfort zones. We're gonna grow together. We're gonna build together. We're gonna have some fun. You know, so we definitely want y'all to tune in. Make sure that y'all tap in. Make sure you share. Share this out. Let's get the people in.
Yes, to answer your question, this will be available on a couple different podcast platforms. We'll probably be using Apple and another podcast platform is to be continued. And that information will be posted probably in the next week. We will be going live with the full show next week, probably next Friday if nothing changes at 8 p.m. We'll see how that goes, but definitely next week, next Friday.
Yeah, for sure, next week.
And again, this show is not going to be your regular show. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. It's going to be, Cube is a very emotional guy. You'll probably catch him crying sometimes. You know what I mean? We're going to talk about...
I know y'all see me wiping my eyes already.
Right. We're going to talk about a little bit of everything. It's going to be a breakdown of, like I said, the things that we don't talk about. Mental health. You know, why don't we go and talk to somebody once or twice a week about our issues and problems? It's going to be about sex. It's going to be the lack of fathers in the household, the lack of mothers doing what they're supposed to in the household, us not being able to come together as a whole. We're going to be recording from different sites. So we might be in here one day. Next week, we might be at a barbershop. Next week, we might be at a grocery store. And we're going to be, a lot of footage is going to be filmed and uploaded and placed on the YouTube page, which is also the Black Tape Podcast. So it's going to be a lot of information put out, a lot of opportunity for us to grow and learn. And again, nobody on this panel, nobody sitting in front of you is perfect, as we all are not. And we're here to learn and grow just like everybody else. So as the show goes on consistently and we get more numbers, you know, you guys want to put your input in or you want to talk about some things specifically, we're all for it.
Yeah, it's definitely needed. And I think this is the starting point or the launching point for, like Ali talked about, you know, black mental health. So being able to talk about the things that we don't normally talk about, diving in deeper. And then you're hearing it from two black men, too, who have had our share of experiences. You know what I mean? So whether it's mental health or even communication in relationships, I know a lot of ladies that, you know, I've talked to in my past, or not even in relationships or anything like that, but just the communication aspect, being able to reflect back and see how communication kind of impacted different things. So just hearing that from two black men who have had these different types of experiences is definitely going to be beneficial to all that tune in. No matter the age, don't matter if you're young, 15, don't matter if you're 80 years old, you know, you can all benefit from this, and we can all benefit from each other and collaborate. Like we said, we just want to grow together, build together. You know, we don't just talk it, we live it. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, we're going to live everything that we talk about. Like Ali said, we're not DJ Too Easy. I'm sorry. Not like we're perfect, because we're not sitting here proclaiming to be perfect whatsoever. So we have a lot of growth and different things we need to work on. He's not perfect, and neither am I. So, you know, I know y'all see me squinting. I can't see Instagram. I see some people posting stuff on there, but I can't read what you're writing.
Yeah, she asked, will this be available on all podcast platforms? It'll be available on a few different podcast platforms.
Okay.
So bear with us as we get that going over the next few weeks. Again, this was just the idea that Anthony and I thought of 2 days ago, actually driving back from Cleveland. So that tells you how quick, I talked to him a few months ago about 2020 being the year of clear vision and everything that I wanted to do to get it out on paper and to start doing. So as we go into a couple of different business ventures together, this was the opportunity and the simplest opportunity for us to just roll something out, get it done, and start making it happen. So this was the first step to that. Again, we appreciate y'all coming in. This was not the full show. It's just a brief synopsis of what we got for y'all. We thank y'all. Again, you can check him out at
what?
Your website? You got a website?
Yeah, my website for my clothes, Duhominis, DUXHOMINIS.com. So, you can definitely check me out on there. And then if you follow me on Instagram, do.hominis on Instagram. I'm everywhere. So, you'll definitely see my posts. So make sure you follow. Also, ES, as in Sam _ DUX, on Instagram as well. So, check us out.